let's switch to wide receivers. We got Rick Saratella on the line from NFL Draft Bible. People love the wide receivers. They're the freakish athletes, the guys that are fun to watch transition from the college game to the next level. Mike Williams, kind of like a Deshaun Watson, has proven it against the best. Came off a serious injury in 2015 to really light it up. We talked about Chris Godwin before we came on. He's a guy that I think both of us kind of fell in love with watching his Rose Bowl performance, just high pointing the football, tearing it away from guys, just making incredible catches. He's obviously on the radar. Kind of assess the wide receiver class.
Well, I'll start off with Godwin because I had a chance to go to that Penn State Pro Day as well. And he was a guy, I asked him, I said, did you seek advice from the NFLPA advisory board? And he did. And I asked him, would it come back? And without saying it, but saying it, he said that they told him to stay in school and go back, not even a day one, not even a day two grade, but actually go back to school. And you've seen when he declared, I had some people from the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, hey, where do you think he's going? Probably day three, right? Well, now I think there's an outside chance he could go in the first round potentially. When you take a look at his body of work, he's always played on the outside, so he can be a number one or number two wideout, whereas a guy like Cooper Kupp or Zay Jones even, I think, is more of a slot type of role. And Mike Williams, who you mentioned, I think he's the only true number one wideout I see in this year's draft class. I love what he brings to the table. I think he's a genuine playmaker. But then when you talk about guys in the middle of the rounds, there's a few sleepers out there too. A guy like Carlos Henderson from Louisiana Tech, a junior who declared and turned some heads. And I know we talked about Noah Brown as well from Ohio State. I think he was a redshirt sophomore, so maybe the NFL fans not as familiar, but another guy who could go in that top 75 range.
Yeah, with Noah Brown, you just take the Oklahoma tape. If you're in the Noah Brown camp, you give that to somebody, let them watch it when he caught 4 touchdown passes and 2 of the pretty tremendous variety, and then he disappeared the rest of the season. Now, offensive line issues, J.T. Barrett possibly being injured, not getting the ball downfield, definitely factored into Brown's lack of production. Rick Saratella from the NFL Draft Bible joining us. Rick, before we let you go, would love to get a little inside just into what your days look like, what you're doing this time of year to get yourself ready for the big weekend, because it's got to be crazy.
Yeah, our big board that we'll be releasing on the NFLDraftBible.com, we go about 1,000 players deep. So what's happening right now is really, this is why I love the Pro Day circuit, and the NFL Scouting Combine only invites about 350 players. But so many players are going to be brought into camp with 90-man rosters, really grading those 350 to 1,000 range. And you go back, and I was privileged enough to be the director of player personnel for the College Gridiron Showcase, where there was 175 players probably in that day 3 or priority free agent, undrafted free agent range. And to me, that's where the value is made with the NFL teams. They're expected to hit on round 1, round 2, round 3. But when you see the success of the NFL teams around the league, teams like the Patriots and Packers and Steelers, they don't really spend on free agency. They identify players who fit their scheme. They'll groom them on the practice squad a year or two, and they don't overpay in free agency. They don't go seek other teams' players. They find guys that work in their system. And to me, that's where the value is in the NFL draft. Those day 3 guys, those priority free agents. So we're taking all that pro day data, all that footage that we have from the All-Star circuit. We were on location at the Shrine game and the CGS that I mentioned, the Senior Bowl. So really just kind of stacking those guys. And we have the 2018 NFL Draft Prospectus coming out soon. So we already turned the page of 2018. We're breaking down scouting reports, watching film on those guys, and kind of bringing you the names you need to know first for 2018 and beyond. We'll have those rankings too that we're working on, not just draft eligible seniors, but we rank regardless of draft class, regardless of year. So whether it be Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, the kid now from Auburn, we take them all and we kind of try to stack them up.
Hey, Rick, I got to tell you, for the last, since National Signing Day, I've been stuck producing content, evaluating, looking at the other end of the transition of player development and evaluation from high school to college, and took a little time off for the last week and then came back and thought, man, NFL draft's here. I got to get ramped up and get ready for this. And who do I call? Well, it's you first and foremost. So Rick Saratella from the NFL Draft Bible. Rick, it's always a pleasure. And if anytime we can have you on, we always appreciate the insight.
Hey, I appreciate it, Mark, and I appreciate your grind, your hard work, and behind the scenes, on the screen, a jack of all trades. So we got the scouting report on you too, and we appreciate it.